how do you guys have time to be sitting around? I have so much work to do. I feel like I'm constantly grading.
It used to take me hours to grade, and then one of my friends told me about using an answer key, and it really saves time.
An answer key? How's that going to help?
Here, let me show you. If you have a test that's all multiple choice, you can make an answer key by using a transparency like this and circle in all of the correct answers. So when it's time to grade, you place the transparency over each student's test, and you count up how many questions the students got wrong. But if you have a test with short answers, you can make an answer key using the test itself. And what you would do is put it on the side of each test as you're grading. I recommend grading one section at a time because it helps you kind of get into a rhythm, and it helps you able to spot the errors a little bit better. Here, you should try it sometime. Good luck with it.
Thanks.
Susan, you know what I use? I use rubrics for any project or writing assignment that I give out to the students. It helps keep the grading really fair, students know exactly what to expect, and it makes my grading go so much faster.
You know, I've never used a rubric in this class that I'm teaching. How do you think I can use it?
Well, if it's for a project or longer writing assignment, the first thing I usually do is determine what I think is the most important aspect of the project. Then I make sure the most points is allotted to that category. Let me see. Here's an example, actually, of one that I just used. You can see there's different categories on there, like presentation, spelling, grammar, use of transition words. Basically, you just give every category a point value. When I go through and mark the students' writing, I just go through with an abbreviation and a number. When I'm done grading, I count up the number of errors and subtract the appropriate number of points based on the rubric that I made up. It's really easy. Creating them at first might take some time, but once you start using them and become familiar with your criteria, it makes life so much easier.
Yeah, you know what? I have a project coming up, and I think I'm going to use this to grade it. It'll definitely cut my time in half. Thanks.
Trying to fix all the errors can take forever. I try to keep my comments really brief. I usually write one compliment and one area for improvement. If the grammar is really, really off, I underline it and write a comment on the side of the margin. Then I will circle all the errors for spelling and grammar, and then I would, depending on the test, I'll have them correct their answers within a certain time frame, and I will up their grade by half of what they lost on the total grade. And if something's really off, then I'll have them come see me during lunch or after class, and then we'll discuss it and see what we can improve.
Yeah, that's clever. I guess I do focus on every single detail when I don't have to.
Well, I try to assign things that can be graded for completion when possible. Take a look at this homework assignment that I assigned. The students had to write complete sentences based on these pictures and a video that we watched in class. And then the next day I quickly just go around and I look to see if the assignment was completed or not, and I give them full credit, half credit, or 0. By doing this, when I walk around, I can see if some common errors or some mistakes that they're making and keep those things in mind for correction and review in later classes. I usually do this for every single homework and all the classwork that I collect, and it's so much easier than just marking off here and there a point or two and making everything correct or incorrect.
Yeah, grading for completion, I never thought of that. You guys really gave me some awesome tips on how to grade faster. Thanks.
No problem.
So to review our tips for grading faster, number 1, use an answer key and grade in sections. Number 2, use a clear and concise rubric when grading written assignments for projects. Number 3, make brief comments. Do not correct every grammar or spelling error. And number 4, give a completion grade when possible. Thank you and good luck.